Hi friends, Miss Weber here. Today we are going to do a reading lesson together. I don't know about you guys, but I love cookies, especially fortune cookies. They're these kind of cookies that have a little message inside. Have you ever opened one? When you eat the cookie, you get a little fortune about your future or a little positive message on the inside. So you're probably wondering, Miss Weber, what do fortune cookies have to do with what we're learning today? Well, today I want to teach you that stories are just like fortune cookies. When you open up a good book, you find a little life lesson on the inside. We are going to be looking for the lesson in the story. Stories are like adventures in real life. When the adventure is over, you can think back about what you learned. Let's look at mentor text, Frog and Toad are friends, and Ish. Here I have the book, Frog and Toad are friends. You might be familiar with this book. As you're reading it, you're reading about this frog and these toads and their friends and how they can be friends with each other. And as you're reading, you might even find your fortune inside, just like the fortune cookie. Inside Frog and Toad are friends, I found friends are always there for each other. Now I can do the same thing with the book Ish. I can read this book and I'm thinking, what would be the lesson in this book as I read? And I found it. This lesson says, do your best is good enough. So that is the lesson inside the book Ish. While you're reading your books, it's your job to figure out the life lessons that are hiding inside of your books. Let's see if we can find the lesson in a story that you might already know, The Three Little Pigs. I want you to think about this story. If you don't already know it, that's okay. I'll review it quickly for you. The first little pig quickly made his house out of straw. The second pig quickly made his house out of sticks. But the third pig took his time and made his house out of bricks. A wolf came along, and he tried to blow down the first straw house, and it blew down very easily. The wolf went to the second house made of sticks, and it also blew down very easily. The wolf went to the third brick house, and he could not blow it down. Now I want you to think of this story. And what lesson could you learn from this story? You might be wondering what your job is when you're reading. I want you to stop and think when you're done reading your book. I want you to try to figure out the life lesson before you move on to another book. If you're having trouble figuring out the lesson, I want you to think about how the character feels at the end of the book. You can ask yourself, how does the character feel now? And why do they feel that way? So before you meet with your teacher, I want you to be thinking about the lessons in the books that you have at home. Now they can be books like a book you hold in your hand, or they could be books that you find on websites like Epic. So you won't find these pieces of paper inside of these books. This is what I want you to write. I want you to think, what lesson is this book teaching me? And that way you can share with your teacher and your friends. Thank you for learning with me today. I miss you all. Bye.